So every time you, boom, if you, the mumps, 5 to 7 days for the mumps duration, and you get in there and really do the job, 1 day, 2 days almost, the mumps are gone. What have you done? You have changed the seasons into a shorter period. All right? Now we have a good explanation. This came to me not so long ago. When I say not so long ago, the last few days. Even when I spoke to that woman, Camille, on Sunday, I didn't know this about illnesses going into the seasons, and the reason I thought of it as I am now is because at one time, as I told you, my spiritual people said, we can change the seasons. So, if you are a spiritual chiropractor and your spiritual people are next to you, every time you boom, that season is changed smaller and smaller. So, now let's get into something that the chiropractic philosophy disagrees with, so-called philosophy. They think of only deduction. But there's a lot of work to be done before deduction. Now this is the brain, and I'm going to bring out only 2 lobes. This is the temporal lobe, and this is the occipital lobe. That's the letter J, and this has a nerve from the outside in, and here now is that neurology very easy? Huh? Let's see. Eye, sight, and hearing. That's it. But if this child should happen to be born blind and deaf, how does this child grow? Doesn't. An imbecile. Becomes a vegetable. You have to have an input. And this is why it's necessary for these people who have these autistic children is to sit down and start teaching them. This is a pen. This is your nose. Point to it and take his finger. Now this is what I used to do with my kid brothers and my kid sisters. I happen to be the first of 8 kids, and I would love to hold them and teach them and put your nose. First thing you know, nose, ear, chin, mouth. Input, 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 input. That's what you're getting here, is an input. Sure, there's an out too, because if I can't speak to you, meaning to give you an output from me to you, so we need both. But a child, whatever it takes in from its past history, is buried in a deep recess And that child is a blank. And this is what the Bible means. And they were naked and not ashamed. Has nothing to do by being nude on the outside. It means it has no codes for this lifetime. So it needs to learn. Learn, learn, learn. But you have to earn it. You have to work for it. True, at the beginning, we bring these children into the world, and we have to help them. So remember what I'm telling you now. You have children as your so-called patients. Remember, if they are retarded, have the people work with them while you take care of them. It's important. They need an input. Let them work. So now, it's very important that a child hears and sees. Now in my days, when a child was born, it was not born with his eyes open. It took 40 days before the child opened its eyes. 40 days. And then you would see the color of the eye. But many times during that time and even after that time, the child is sleeping and it starts to smile. You ever see that? A kid sleeping and smiling? And I would ask my mom, Mom, why is the child smiling? Well, when the child is dreaming, it is with the angels, and that's why it's smiling. Now where she got it from? From her mother. And she got it from her mother. Are they wrong? Or are they right? Time will tell. Time will tell. Let us not throw anything away until we're sure. Don't judge anything yet. Now, as we look into space, we have two personifications. One is chaos, and the other one is cosmos. And both of them are masculines, OS and OS, Greek masculine, and both Greek words. But chaos, everything is tangled up. Nothing is in order. And cosmos is the only person. So when we send radio waves into space or air, which is chaotic, but sending those radio waves or television waves, whatever, the impetus sets up a cosmic action.